Due to the lack of clarity, there has been a lot of talk, and some people are wondering if the regulator is trying to cancel the fine. A person who is very familiar with the case has given some information about the filing. Despite this, a clear answer still hasn't been found. In the case involving Ripple, the CCMA appeal paperwork was sent to the SEC. Market watchers are paying close attention to what's going on while the appeal is being looked into. This case sets a very important example for how the securities law of the United States will regulate digital assets. The main point of the discussion is a complicated and nuanced knowledge of how cryptocurrency transactions work. The first order made it clear that these transactions can be looked into, not because of how long it might take for the SEC to review the token. The SEC's move to appeal the Ripple decision may have made the troubled company feel like they were in the same situation again. What's about to happen may only make them feel stuck in the same situation again. As the months go by, the following situation may happen, which will lead to another long-lasting fight between the two sides. The CC is supposed to turn in its main brief by the beginning of January 2025, but the limit will likely be pushed into the new year as the agency will likely take advantage of the 30-day extension that is allowed. Since Ripple has never been afraid to take on a challenge, it is likely that it will participate in cross-appeal with its first brief landing happening around the same time. The chief legal officer said that the opposition briefs would be sent in and the first date was set for the beginning of February 2025. Ripple will, however, push back the date by 30 days, making it the beginning of March. If everything goes as planned, the reply paper should be made public by the end of March 2025. This will be the end of the written arguments. After, the steps will be taken to prepare for an oral discussion, which could happen as early as September or October 2025 if everything goes as planned. There is a good chance that officials from both sides will speak out in support of their positions soon after this confrontation. The proceeding will end with a ruling from the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. This will finally put an end to the months of waiting. At the same time, though, this is a time that will make it hard for Ripple to keep running its business. After a disagreement with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the cryptocurrency company Ripple was fined a large amount of money, $125 million, but it looks like the judge ruled in Ripple's favor. It's clear to Garlinghouse that the strength of the result can't be questioned. The CC has 60 days to file an appeal against the court's ruling, but he said those things during the South Korean Blockchain Week 2024. The Securities and Exchange Commission can't make a good case against the main decision, which is that XRP is not an investment by itself. This is the case whether they want to appeal the result or not. Some people worry that the XRP token could lose a lot of value if the Securities and Exchange Commission. But it's not clear yet if the SEC is ready to take that risk after a long 4-year legal battle to appeal the decision. The SEC has until October 6th to do so. If this does happen, the case could go on until 2025. Some rumors also say that Ripple has already paid the fee, which it had to do within 30 days of the decision. This amount of time was given in the decision. Since the payment seems to be correct, it could mean that the court dispute is no longer ongoing. The matter is now over. When District Judge Annalisa Torres cut the sentence in the Ripple Labs case by 94%, it was a terrible blow to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. The SEC's request for help was partially allowed by the court. As a result, a civil penalty of $125 was given instead of saying that Ripple won this case. It'd be too simple to say that the business and the rule of law work together. The things that the SEC was blocking for the whole XRP protection have been taken away. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, read out loud the court's order in the SEC vs. Ripple case, the order from the Supreme Court of the United States of America about the SEC vs. Ripple case. An order that would last forever and stop Ripple from breaking Section 5 of the Securities Act again. The Securities and Exchange Commission wanted three main things: restitution of $876.03 million, prejudgment interest of $198.02 million, and a civil penalty equal to the amount of compensation. Ripple was able to make a strong case against what the SEC said. As long as the amount wasn't more than $10 million, they said, the SEC's request for relief and entry of final judgment was partly given and partly turned down. The penalty was greatly lowered because of Ripple's case. Following the court's ruling, Ripple and the cryptocurrency community as a whole have gained a big victory. The company will also not be able to break securities laws again. In this case, Ripple wins. Judge Annalisa Torres had already said that selling XRP on secondary markets was not the same as buying or selling stocks. The fine that was put in place for first sales to professional buyers is still a problem. People in the market thought the fine was very small. even though it was big. The price of XRP went up by 18 cents, showing that the price of XRP went up image courtesy of CoinMarketCap as a result of the judge's ruling from July 2023 that Ripple broke federal securities laws by selling XRP directly to institutional customers. The ruling led to the order that was made on Wednesday. Still, it was decided that Ripple's automated sales of XRP to regular people through platforms did not break any rules about issuing securities. The effort by the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) to appeal this part of the verdict failed. Because of Judge Torres's decision, there will be big changes in the Bitcoin market and in how digital assets are regulated. It's possible that the fact that institutional trades are public from now on could lead to more institutions entering the cryptocurrency market. Since the question of retail sales has not been decided yet, Ripple and the SEC are getting ready for a long court battle. Even though the latest verdict has helped to clear up some things, there are still a lot of questions that need to be answered. This is what the cryptocurrency Ripple has made it clear it wants to do. A comprehensive agreement to create an open regulatory system for XRP and other digital assets. On the other hand, the Securities and Exchange Commission is likely to still file an appeal against some parts of the decision. They may also try to get more control over the cryptocurrency business. This is what the court said about the fine for Ripple. This picture, which comes from the U.S. Court of New York, shows Ripple's fine. It is part of the cryptocurrency environment. The information given is not meant to be taken as trade advice. Any purchases made based on the information on this page are not the responsibility of the people who made them. Before making any investment decisions, you should definitely do your own study and talk to a professional who knows what they're talking about.